There's a hawk looking to feed, circling above me. And I ask him what I need or what it means to have a breathing body. Floating with my back way down below me. I'm an insect biting its own tail internally. For some time the world has seemed quite far away. Most of the time I just don't know if I'm awake. Don't know if you're okay, but I've been so afraid. I've been in my way of anything What's it mean to memorize a mouth? And I've inherited the silence, so the silence, so the silence of this house. Lately when I'm staring at myself, I'm terrified to find that for the first time I am really no one else. For some time the world has seemed quite far away. Most of the time I just don't know if I'm awake. Don't know if you're okay, but I've been so afraid. I've been in my way of anything, there's an art to changing. That I'm the potter and the clay. I'm the canvas and the painter. The marble that I sculpt away. Every stroke of a brush, every finger's touch is a rosy cheek of a love-struck flush. Is a sunburned wing of a heartbreak crush. Is a rush, feel the rush. You're painting Frida Kahlo, lead the muses like a Apollo. All the colors layered on kaleidoscope. You're a sculptor of burning Negro like bridges did on Daphne. Turn and living into art. Life's the Louvre and you're the Mona Lisa. Masterpieces take a lifetime. And patience is a peerless craft. It's wonderful, it's beautiful. You know who you were a year ago. Oh, paint your portrait as you grow. Every stroke of a brush, every finger's touch is a rosy cheek of a love-struck flush. Is a sunburned wing of a heartbreak crush. Is a rush, feel the rush. You're painting Frida Kahlo, lead the muses like a Apollo. All the colors layered on kaleidoscope. You're a sculptor of burning Negro like bridges did on Daphne. Turn and living into art. Life's the Louvre and you're the Mona Lisa. La la la, la la la, la 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 la. La la la, la la la, la la la. I live art, I breathe art. I myself, I am art. Artists will become what they create. I live art, I breathe art. I myself, I am art. Artists will become what they create.
Bye.